The private jet belonging to filmmaker and climate activist Steven Spielberg has reportedly burned more than $116,000 worth of fuel just in the last 2 months. That's more than 179 tons of carbon dioxide emitted since June. Spielberg has previously stated that global warming terrifies him. Now this. President Biden and the Democrats claim the Inflation Reduction Act is a historic victory for climate change. Bjorn Lomborg joins me. All right, Bjorn, you ran the numbers. What effect does the Inflation Reduction Act have on climate change?
So, Stu, very little. If you look at what they've been telling us, they've said we're going to reduce emissions by 40%. But remember, even if we had done nothing, it would still have been reduced by about 30% because of the fracking revolution switching from coal to gas. So they're talking about a 10 percentage points reduction. Now, that's not insubstantial, but if you plug that into the UN climate model, it turns out that it'll have virtually no impact even by the end of the century. In a pessimistic scenario, it will reduce temperatures by less than 1,000th of a degree Fahrenheit by the end of the century. In a very optimistic, I would say much too optimistic, it will reduce temperatures by less than 3/100th of a degree Fahrenheit.
Now, you are an environmentalist, and you do believe that climate is changing as a result of human activity. But you, I think, disagree with the UN's goal and its timetable and its methodology. You want a completely new way of reducing emissions. Am I right?
Well, Stuart, I think it's more, I don't disagree with their analysis, but I disagree with the way that we're being told, oh, this is an amazing agreement that will dramatically reduce carbon emissions and hence climate change. Yes, it will reduce carbon emissions quite a bit, but it will actually do almost nothing for global temperature because the vast majority of emissions are not going to come from US or other rich, well-meaning Westerners. It's going to come from China, India, and Africa. And so we've got to start thinking about, are we going to succeed by convincing everyone to spend $369 billion to cut carbon emissions very little? Of course, you're not going to do that with India or with Africa. What you need to do is to dramatically increase investment in green energy research and development so that eventually we get green energy to be cheaper than fossil fuels. By then, of course, everyone will switch.
Listen to what Biden's Energy Secretary, Jennifer Granholm, claims is the best plan for world peace. Listen to this.
My counterpart in Ireland, the minister there, energy minister there, has said that no one has ever weaponized access to the sun. No one has ever weaponized the wind. Perhaps a move to clean energy will be the greatest peace plan the world has ever known.
Okay, Bjorn, you heard that. Greatest peace plan the world has ever known. Move to green energy. What say you?
Well, they fundamentally tell you, oh, it's free to just have solar and wind. But of course, it's not free because you need to partly pay for the actual stuff, you know, the solar panels or the wind turbine, but you also need to pay for storage, which is why currently it costs you money. Look, if it was free, if it was cheaper than fossil fuels, you wouldn't need to spend $369 billion to convince people to buy more green energy. You need to subsidize it because it's not. Because what are you going to do when the wind is not blowing or the sun is not shining? You don't have another option. That's, of course, why India and Africa and China is not going to go nearly as much into wind and solar. So, look, yes, there is some good in renewables, and we should definitely exploit them when we can and when it makes economic sense. But mostly, this is a way to make energy more expensive. And what does that mean? Especially for the world's poor, it means that they get less development, that they get less opportunities, and that they actually have less possibility of, for instance, getting out of poverty. That's terrible. That's not peace. That's actually, I don't know if it's the opposite, but it's definitely bad.
You make a good point. Bjorn Lomborg, always good. Thanks very much for joining us, Bjorn, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much.